All right, welcome back to WMAC now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with another fight review. This time we're going to Miami, Florida for Combate Global. We're going to the preliminary bouts, the atomweight division. Kayla Hracho coming in at 5-4, taking on Andrea Meneses coming in at 5-1. This is a fight I've been waiting for since it was announced way back in, I think, October. And it was supposed to happen in late October. Got canceled, pushed back, finally happy now here on December 2nd. So finally happy that this fight was happening. I was looking forward to a banger, and I'm not going to lie, the ladies delivered in this fight. It was nonstop action. So let's get into it. All right, first round, Hracho was fast on the outside, throwing stiff jabs and quick 1-2s. Nice right hand and kick by Hracho, followed by a nice body kick by Meneses. Hracho then backed Meneses to the cage with punches. Then she landed a nice double leg. Hracho managed then to take her back. Was fighting with it for a while, trying to get that second hook in, but finally got the second hook in and started working for the RNC. Now, Meneses did a pretty good job. She fought off the choke. She was fighting the hands. Hracho tried to squeeze the jaw because she couldn't get under the chin, so Hracho started squeezing on the jaw, but Meneses managed to get out of that, but Hracho was still on her back. From there, Hracho decided, well, I'm going to crank on the chin some more. If I can't get under the chin, I'll just crank on the chin. But Meneses got out, scrambled, but Hracho managed to stay on her to the bell. So good first round. The open scoring judges had it 10-9, all three for Hracho. So second round started, and Hracho again came out with stiff 1-2s. Meneses started kicking, but she was still having a hard time in the medium to close range. On the outside, she was doing okay with her kicks, but as soon as Meneses tried to get in to medium to close range, Hracho was there with the punching. And Hracho was still lighter on the feet and was knocking Meneses' head back pretty much with each punch she landed. I mean, that's how stiff her punches were in the bout. Meneses' straight right had Hracho stumble back a little bit, though. Hracho was coming forward, and Meneses landed a straight right, had Hracho stumble back a little bit. But Hracho then landed a nice overhand, and Meneses started throwing more kicks. And when she started throwing more kicks, it started to allow her to land more punches more. But Hracho shot underneath of a punch, landed a double leg straight to half guard. Meneses fought towards to get to a knee, but Hracho spun around to her back, then caught the head and arm of Meneses because Meneses tried to come out the back, but Hracho was locked up the head and arm of Meneses, and she was fighting for an arm bar, and that's when the second round ended. So again, open scoring had Hracho up 2-0, all three judges. So Meneses really had to work here coming out for the third round. Third round starts, and Hracho was still lighter on her feet and was still landing those stiff punches. Nice 1-2 for Hracho, a 1-2 high kick landed for Meneses. That was a nice combination. And both started trading punches. Hracho starting to gain even more confidence, started landing like multiple, like 3-4 punch combinations. Really nice to see. Meneses landed a nice counter right. Then Hracho shot, landed a double leg to takedown. There's a double leg takedown straight to the guard. And Meneses didn't waste any time on bottom. Threw up a big elbow, opened up a cut over the eye of Hracho, and just really stayed active on the bottom with her strikes. Hracho stood, was holding on to the legs of Meneses, trying to look for a pass, but then decided to re-enter the guard. More elbows by Meneses from the bottom. Hracho again stood. An up kick landed for Meneses, and Meneses got up, but Hracho held on tight to her, stayed on her back against the cage, had like one hook kind of in, but was like, they both had their backs to the cage with Hracho on the outside, trying to take her back. She was hanging on. She eventually got Meneses back down and on her back, but that was when the bell rang. So it went to the judges. Two of them had it 30-27. One judge had it 29-28. All three had it, however, via unanimous decision for Kayla Hracho. So I was expecting a firefight in this, and the ladies definitely delivered. I mean, this was a good fight. It was not as close as I expected, but it definitely delivered. I think a big story here was that Kayla's length and reach combined with her speed was just a little bit too much on the feet for Meneses. And then her takedowns was basically what allowed her to close out each round on the judges' scorecard. So she was light on her feet, landed good punches, and then she eventually would get a takedown and the top control, and that's what really sealed each round for her. Now, interestingly, the stats had Meneses landing more strikes by the end. But it's fairly easy to say that Hracho definitely landed the better strikes, like the more meaningful strikes. Let's talk about Meneses' kicks for a second here. You know, when she didn't throw too many kicks in the first round, started throwing more in the second and then more in the third. Her kicks were working. It's just that she threw them too little. I think had she started throwing the kicks early, particularly the low kick to the lead leg, and then just kept up with the kicks, she'd have had a lot more success in this fight. So this is, I believe, 2 straight wins at atomweight since moving down to atomweight from strawweight for Kayla Hracho. Listen, it's fairly safe to say Kayla Hracho has definitely found herself a home in the atomweight division. So let's talk things to work on for Kayla Hracho. Well, it's hard to pick apart what she did. I mean, she fought a really good, very smart fight. So I'm going to say just keep on improving on everything. You know, keep on working on what's working for you. For Meneses, well, first she needs to work on her takedown defense. 2 out of her last 3 fights, she lost because of getting taken down and outworked on the ground. It happened against Daniela Hernandez. Then she came back, won her next fight, and then this fight against Kayla Hracho, she got taken down and outworked on the ground again. But in addition to the takedown defense, also attacked the lead leg more. Jimmy Smith is one of the commentators, and he mentioned, you know, Hracho is heavy on the front leg. Attack that front leg more. Make it harder for Hracho to get off those punches by wearing out that front leg. Now for fights to make, we'll stick with Meneses. I'd like to see her take on Jade Durand. That would be another beautiful fight between strikers. Jade is a kickboxer as well, so it would be a kickboxer versus kickboxing style. But like Hracho, Meneses is very punch heavy. So it'd be a similar style matchup, and we could see how much she's going to improve and work against that style again. For Kayla Hracho, I think right now she's one of the 2 best atomweights in Combate Global, having beaten both Meneses and Daniela Hernandez. But I think the best atomweight right now in Combate is Claire Lopez. And I think that would be a fight right now to decide who's number 1. So the 2 best atomweights in Combate, Kayla Hracho versus Claire Lopez, would make for an excellent fight. Both land heavy shots on the feet. Both can work well on the ground. I think it would make for some beautiful violence. Will Combate book that? Probably not, because it's a dumpster. They're a dumpster fire. I was gonna put it like that. The promotion's a dumpster fire. But that's not going to take away from this. Kayla Hracho outpointing Andrea Meneses to win a unanimous decision. If you want to watch the fight, go check it out on Paramount Global or go to their website, find out how else you can watch it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like the vid, hit that thumbs up button. While you're at it, go and subscribe to WMMAC Now. the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.